Hello.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's
How?
Tuesday. I'm good.
Yeah, it is. Tuesday. It's the 3-day weekend.
That's gonna mess with me. It messed with me all weekend too.
Yeah. Yeah, because me and some girlfriends wanted to meet at a certain spot for breakfast yesterday, and they're closed on Mondays.
Right? What's that even about?
I forgot because it wasn't Sunday. Like I just assumed it was Sunday.
Where did I go yesterday? We popped into. It's called European Desserts. It's like a European dessert bakery on. What street is it off of? I think it's off of Leveland. No, Rumble. I'm sorry, right off of Rumble. Rumble and Standiford. Anyway, I love this woman. It's just called Desserts, like European Desserts. They have the best tiramisu, right? And so we popped over there yesterday, and like I was like physically angry that they weren't open at a normal time. And it was like, and I forgot, like, oh, it's Labor Day and it's Monday and it's evening.
You're like calling the Yelp line.
And like, well, I have a hand on the door. I'm like, this is outrageous. Well, it's okay.
I went to this concert last night, and the guy that I went with, he's a super nice guy. He loads Yelp. He thinks they're like crooked, right? And I'm like, I've used Yelp a lot. And he's like, yeah, but you know that they feed the comments a certain way. And I'm like, yeah, I know that, but I also like the comments too, so I know where to eat.
Yeah. Well, I think too, if you want to see the really bad reviews, you can just go down to the stars and click on like the 1 star and see what the people have to say about it. Like it, right?
You can pay, if you are a business owner, you pay Yelp to put your positive ones at the top. Otherwise, your negative ones hang at the top.
Wow. Okay. You know what? On that regard, then I'm kind of with him. That's pretty crooked.
Yes, that is crooked. And so one time they came at me for an endorsement where I go on and give reviews to restaurants, and I said no.
Yeah.
Go to Yelp because I want to know if the restaurant is good or not, and if they're paying me, I have to say it's good. So no. I'm going to be lying to the people.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what though? That money.
Yeah. So there was one time that I don't know if you know this about me, but sometimes stuff comes out that shouldn't, and it gets me into trouble. Right? So all of us have to go into this meeting with this very prominent business owner, and I have to apologize. And we start talking about Yelp with her sales lady, and I tell them this because some of their Yelp reviews maybe weren't so glowing, right? And she goes, what? And her sales lady goes, yeah, you can't do that. She goes, you've known about this the whole time, her marketing lady, and you haven't paid Yelp. Call Yelp right now and pay. Like, what are you doing?
Dollar. Come on.
They came in here, the one everybody hated, and I was the one everybody loved on the way out.
Got you, because he taught about that Yelp.
Dude, there was one lady, it was a lady where our bosses were like, well, we've never got to meet her before. And I go, you're welcome. And they go, no. This is not
the brakes, lady.
To meet them.
We've talked about this before. I can't find it unless it's in here. I have my Yelp staff shirt. Is this it? This is it right here.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yelp staff. Right there.
How often do you wear that? How often do you get away with it?
Well, I don't wear it on dates. I wear it with friends. I wear it every once in a while. Believe it or not, it works.
I believe it works.
Yeah.
I pull up Yelp all the time.
It works if you go into smaller restaurants and you know you're dealing with a manager or the owner. It doesn't work if you go into a restaurant and you just get your standard waitress or waiter or whatever. Like, they don't care, and they shouldn't.
You wear it into one of those restaurants who are like, damn the man. Like, I don't have to help him just because he's got a Yelp shirt on.
Right?
Like you would be like that.
One of those. I would be like that. If you came into my restaurant wearing a Yelp staff shirt, you can get the worst service ever.
Right?
Because I'm paying the money to have your comment pushed down to the bottom.
Yeah, that's exactly like when that. Yep. I'm giving you the worst. I'm giving you the worst. That's funny.
I can't imagine how many. I'm sorry, I have something in my eye. when I was a waiter at the Denny's, it's a good thing they didn't have Yelp for waiters because I would have gotten all the bad reviews. Because if you made me mad, you were going to have a bad experience that day.
Really, I always got good reviews at Mervin's, not always at AAA though.
No, you know what it was though? Here's what it is.
If the phone calls weren't recorded at AAA Emergency Road Service, I would have stayed at that job until I retired. It was so funny. But they're recorded and my mouth just, I can't. And people are already pissed when they call because they're calling me for a reason. They're broken down or the keys are locked in their car. The Yelp reviews on Madden would not be good. Do not
tell me then when okay, so in this scenario, check this out. There we go. Okay. If you don't need the job you have, right? Like right now, technically I have like 3 jobs, right? With side hustle and other things. If you didn't need the other extra jobs, would you approach your customer service a little differently?
What do you mean?
Well, okay, like I've worked a lot of food service before, and I've had a whole bunch of other jobs. But there's jobs where like we're talking about the Yelp staff shirt, right? Or like if somebody came in and they were wearing that, I'd be like, damn the man. I'd be like, well, I'm not going to give you good service now because you're wearing that. When I've had other jobs that I don't really need, but I've had them because I like to work, my customer service isn't necessarily that, hey, thanks for coming in.
Oh, it's not as stellar.
Yeah.
No, my customer service was always pretty good. Unless you snap at me, it's over. I can't help you anymore. I mean, somebody else needs to move in here because I'm going to say something to you. But that's the thing. And it's because I have this radio job that I could be like, no.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You're going to snap at me.
Right. That's exactly right. Like any job you have, if you have a main job, like that second job, if you don't really need it, when somebody's like, you're like, oh, I've got 4 fingers. This one right here can stand alone in a minute if you want.
Yes.
You know?
I mean now. Yes, I know.
I was
like the guy who got all nasty with me about his canned beer, and I told him he was like too sophisticated. I go, I understand that, Bud Light is such as I need my Bud Light in a glass too.
Here from my restaurant, it says she did even on a huge learning curve. That was her way of saying, even though she's a ginger micro working. I know that for me, when I was working food service, because I've always had a radio job for like the last 20 years, but then I always had like little jobs in between. And so there was a time when I worked, I think I was 21 or 22, and I was working at the fast food restaurant that has the star, right? And we got the school lunch rush all the time. And so the kids would come in and get the little plastic cups for the water, and then they go fill it up in the fountain for the soda, right?
Oh, I bet you would totally regulate.
I don't care that they do that. It doesn't bother me. I did it all the time. But when you do it when I'm working and I don't want to work at that job because I'm already mad that I'm working there, I'm going to come up and I'm going to take your little plastic cup with your Coke in it. And you don't get to have it. And I'm going to tell you to not F with the system because that's how it works. And they're going to look at me and say, don't say that to me. I'm going to say, but I can because I don't really need this job.
I can see you know what? Like if I could see what type of security guard you would be.
You know what? Hey, let's go down this road because I want to know what kind of security guard you would be. I would be the kind of security guard that if you were cool and you were still messing around, you weren't supposed to be there, we're probably going to be okay. But if you rub me the wrong way and you're just walking on the sidewalk in the wrong spot, I'm going to come up and regulate.
Okay, here's where a yes, but I'm also going to disagree with you.
Okay.
I don't even think they need to rub you the wrong way. I think it depends on what mood you're in that day.
Yeah.
They can be the coolest, nicest person. Unless they're an old person, which you're never mean to old people.
Never.
You're going to take their plastic cup away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Depending on what kind of mood you're in that day.
It's really, honestly, you know what it is? It's just a matter of bitterness.
I'd be the one taking 20s and letting you cut. So, sure, I'll take your money. I don't know you. Tad. You can go in the bar. And I would use my power. Oh, yeah. I'd be just kicking people out because I wanted to.
I think it would just really depend on how much I hated the job.
Yes.
Like how much I hate the job depends on how much.
Guy.
What's that?
Riley's 100% home monitor guy.
Oh man, you're gonna give me hall monitor status?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
a gut punch right there.
No, I'm more scared. I had to check a dude this weekend for grabbing me. Ooh. And then
What?
and as soon as the bartender came around the corner and heard me, they're like, "Do you need to get him bounced out?" I said, "I took care of that on my own. I'm cool here." This guy who I have known for a long time, but he's into my friend. I don't know him, but we know each other, right?
You see each other, you say hi.
Yes, we're all out. He's there with another woman, super young, which whatever, no judgment here. But this poor girl, as he is escorting her out, he gropes me, doesn't slap me on my butt, doesn't pinch it, literally arm, body up against me, grabs my ass, my butt. And I turn, and you know me, I grab this dude by his shoulder and just check him right into the door, dude. Wham! I go, "Don't touch me." And he looks at me, and our friend Jamie immediately turns around and is like, "What is happening?" Right? I go, "You don't touch me," with some other choice words that I can't put in this stream. And then our Jamie's boyfriend turns around and goes, "Do I need to take care of something?" I go, "I got this." Jamie goes, "She's got this." Right? And then he comes up and sees me outside. He goes, "Look, I was just playing." I go, "No, you're going to walk away." I go, "Only because you're hammered right now and I've known you for a long time, I'm going to allow you to walk away." But say another thing and I'm going to have you 86 out of here because I'm pissed. And he's like, "Yep."
Christian Slater got arrested for the same thing. Like, people get arrested for that.
Ooh, I was pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, people legitimately go to jail for stuff like that.
The bouncer guy there has been like trying to get at me too. So when he came around and Jamie told him this big old, he goes, "Do I need to take?" Jamie's all, "She took care of it, dude. I wish you were here."
All you needed was me. I would have hall monitored the hell out of that.
Oh yeah, Ian would have given him a little yellow ticket to go to the principal's office.
I would have given him a demerit. Demerit.
Dude, I was pissed. Yeah.
When people, you know what I want to do? I want to go hang out at a bar, and where people like go out to smoke, I want to stand there with hall passes, and I want to hand it to them. Do you have your hall pass?
Oh, I will tell you who you would have been hanging out with this weekend. So the guy that I was chatting with a little bit, I immediately stopped talking to because of the taco lady. That's where you would have been. So there's this woman and her son that post up in front, okay? And so they see everything, but nobody thinks they're watching because they're serving tacos at midnight at the bar closing. Everybody's wasted, right? Hi, Lana. So this guy's been trying, and I already kind of wasn't interested. There was something about him that my intuition was like, and my buddy here was like, "It's a little close to home," because they used to work together, right? I'm like, "I'm not feeling it." So I ghost out. I ghosty queen, do what I do. They were ready to party all night. You know, I'm not into that. Out, gone. So the next morning we find out from our friend that on her way out, when she was getting tacos on her way out, the taco lady's like, "I've been waiting for you to come out here so you could warn your friend about this guy." She's like, "I see everything. He's in here with new women all the time. He's not a good guy. Your friend was super nice when she bought her tacos from me. You warned her." And all I thought about was, you know what? Ian would have been standing outside for 3 hours eating tacos, BSing with this lady, watching people come out this bar. You would have loved it.
Would have been awesome.
Oh yeah, she's selling hot dogs and carne asada right there, right outside of the bar. It was awesome, and she knew everything. The taco lady knew everything.
Tacos, talking, and observations.
Oh yeah, she watched me slam that dude. Her son rolled right up. You would. I literally had an image of you in my head, standing next to her, eating tacos, watching me. You would.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't really do anything like that this weekend. I mean, now that I think about it, my weekend was pretty low key. It really was.
It's all live band up in the mountains. We went downtown. I mean, it was chill here. We thought it was going to be packed, but a lot of stuff up the Highway 4 You can't camp and stuff right now because of the smoke.
That's funny that she mentioned Donnaby's. Donnaby's, when I was a drinker, was my watering hole back in the day. Back,
I think the first time I ever went to Donnaby's was with you.
Yeah, because I used to live down the street. I lived in the, they have the Valley Oak Live Oak apartments up off of Oakdale Road in Modesto. And so, because I drank so much, I was a problem drinker, that I could walk down to Donnaby's in 10 minutes and walk back home, and it didn't really matter. So I went to Donnaby's all the time back 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002.
Yeah. I think my first time ever was Donnaby's was with you.
Yeah. So
Ian had a drinking problem. We've said this story on the air. I didn't know because I got a fork at midnight. So by the time I get to Ian's house, because he was a single guy in the radio station, so you invited everybody, like all the misfits from the radio station, because a lot of radio people, they're not around their family or anything. They're from other places.
yeah.
So I'll be at your house. And I'm like, by the time I got there, it was normal. Everybody be wasted because I didn't get off work until midnight.
Yeah.
And then you went into, when you decided to have an anonymous program, and I'm like, was I the only one who didn't know that you had a problem? My bad.
I remember our old boss came in. He goes, I can always tell when you had a hops and barley dinner. And it feels like you have a hops and barley dinner every night. I said, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
How can he tell? Did he smell it on you?
Oh man, if you drink a lot of beer, like even if you shower, it just comes out of you. It's just
out
like
of your pores.
Yeah, because at my heaviest drinking, like back then when I was drinking a ton, I mean I was drinking like a case of beer a day. It was anywhere between 12 and 20 beers a day. It's a lot. Yeah. So I mean like I could shower and all that stuff, but it's still like just oozed out of me.
Bro, okay, we're gonna end on that.
Yeah. Oh, real quick. The Budweiser non-alcoholic beer that you brought over the other day. Oh my God.
That was Jennifer.
That Budweiser was, I haven't had like a regular Budweiser, in almost 20 years. That was the first non-alcoholic, like legit Budweiser I'd had. Like O'Doul's is made by Anheuser-Busch, but this was like a Budweiser, like a straight up Budweiser, king of beers, non-alcoholic. And it was good.
Good. I'm glad you could taste it and have the COVID.
I felt like a man with a Budweiser. Bruise my dog. All right,
you guys. I went to Counting Crows last night.
We're talking about that next, right? The next one?
Sure.
Okay.
And see. Thank you, Jennifer. You're awesome.
Thank you, Jennifer.
All right, you guys. We'll see you in about an hour.
Bye.
Bye.